Yeah.
You want to like him, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. You straight gangsters over here.
Straight
man.
gangsters.
Ah.
Yeah. Welcome back on this beautiful, Thursday morning. Wow, I almost said Tuesday. I am losing my mind. You are listening to Scout Team Sports. I am one of your gracious hosts. They call me Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
The man on the other microphone, he is the great patriot himself. He is more patriotic than Iron Man. We call him
Yeah, it's your boy Chris America coming to you live from Hell, Michigan. It is freezing in hell. Hell has frozen over, guys.
Wow, that is funny.
It wasn't supposed to be funny.
Okay, and there is one other gentleman that should be on his microphone. Sometimes it's shiny, sometimes it's gold, but we don't even know why he shows up.
Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I'm only here so I don't get fined, and my mic is always shiny and gold, always polished,
Not just sometimes, huh? All the time.
all the time.
So, gentlemen, it seems like it's been forever since we've been on the air together. What has it been, like 12 hours? Not even. Maybe more, maybe less. I can't even tell. We had a great show last night, After Dark. You guys had a good time or what?
We always have a good time, you know?
All right, good.
I
I'm
had a
glad you're bringing the
fantastic
energy
time.
this morning. Thank you for just bringing it.
Just bringing it. He had two of those, what was it called, bush crack?
Oh, yeah, bush crack straight from the Bahamas, one of the best.
Hold on.
Is it raining?
Is he in a shower?
You're in the shower, aren't you? You brought your microphone. He's got a wireless microphone in the shower. Why don't you sing for us since you're in the shower?
I got to get freshened up, man. You know, come on. We talked about this, remember?
He's got to be so fresh. He's got to be so fresh and so clean.
Are you guys wearing any
You
pants?
admitted
I'm
to
just
us
asking.
last night that sometimes you like to record the show with no clothes on because you're at the privacy of your own home. Is that true?
I said, have you guys ever considered it? I didn't say I did it.
Okay, when you say have you ever considered it, that means you've been doing it for months.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right now.
Not true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would take a
Okay.
picture right now, but my hair isn't done, you know, so.
Oh, that's why you won't take a
spruce up.
picture because your hair's
Speaking
Yeah,
of
that's
hair,
wow.
you wouldn't really have that problem if you paid off a bet.
lived up to his bet.
Dude, we still haven't established that. I thought we haven't established that. First of the year, man. I
The
hate you guys.
NCAA established it.
First of the year, man. I'll cut my hair. Jackass.
Never
trim it
bet
up
against
nice for ya.
UCF, man. Don't bet against UCF.
I'm gonna bet against UCF again. It's gonna happen.
All right. Well, Loudbeard, I'll let you take that one.
All right, I'm in. I'm in with whatever bet you want to do. You know me. I'm a degenerate gambler. Nothing holds me back. I'll take any bet. Bring it any day of the week. I don't mind. I don't mind at all.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well, gentlemen, last night we talked about a lot of great stuff on our show After Dark. We get to do it a little bit crazier. Wednesday nights, 7:30 to 9 o'clock on 12-ounce Sports Radio. The podcast is available for all of our listeners this morning. If you want to go back and listen to that, you can check it out on Apple Podcasts. Go and hear it and listen. It is great stuff. Some of the topics we talked about, DeAndre Francois, stories just coming out rampant that he is looking at maybe being an NFL draft pick or transferring. Now, the story I saw this morning has been revised again, and it says he's going to look at the NFL draft, but if that doesn't work out, he does plan on coming back to the Florida State Seminoles. But in the article, it does say Willie T last night commented that James Blackman would be ready to go to be the starter if DeAndre Francois moved on. Do you think that Blackman is your future as a quarterback, Anthony Mack? Because I feel like DeAndre Francois will not be around on that Florida State campus next season. What do you feel about this, Mr. Florida State super fan?
I mean, once again, we've been picking
Oh,
up
he's
blue-star
getting
recruits.
wait. He's getting a
wait.
text
Willie
message
T's
from
calling
France.
you right now? Wow. Hey, Willie T's cutting you off, man. You better make sure you say it right.
Back off, you jackrabbits. We've been getting blue chip 5-star QBs since forever. Blackman was part of that 5-star base. I wouldn't feel more or less confident with Blackman or Francois next year. I feel the same. Blackman showed what he can do with a half coach in Jimbo. We seen Francois at his top with Jimbo. I mean, I have confidence in either one of those guys. Either one of those guys can lead the team.
Now, are
Not
you
a
saying
problem
either
at all.
one of them or neither one of them? Because I
Either
don't know
one,
if I would
either
be on
one.
the either side. I'd be on the neither side.
Either one would be okay with me. We would be okay no matter what. I think the guy behind Blackman might even be all right, So, yeah, we'll be all right. If Francois leaves, hey, no hard feelings. He had a bad break. If Blackman takes over the team, that's fine. He's done it before. I mean, it's nothing's new. Nothing's new. We'll be fine.
All right. Well, we're talking college football quarterbacks here. You saw the reports. I know you were laughing about some stuff on Twitter last night about Justin Fields possibly going to Ohio State. What do you guys feel about this transfer? I know lots of news about him transferring out of Georgia, being that number 1 overall recruit last year, being that 5-star guy. Do you think Ohio State would be the best place for Justin Fields to land?
Absolutely not, because Ohio State has a whole list of quarterbacks in their roster too.
Now, he has to sit out a year. Am I right, Chris Americo, on this one? If he's doing a transfer, because he's not a grad transfer, he would have to sit out a year to be eligible to play. Is that right, or am I off base?
No. If he's not a grad transfer, then he has to sit out a year unless he can prove some sort of grievances that happened at Florida State to make him want to transfer. So I don't know if terrible.
I mean, since he's
I don't know
coming
if
from Georgia, I think
Georgia
it's a lot
guy.
easier
Yeah.
for him
Sorry.
to transfer.
Sorry, I was
Calm
looking
down,
something.
There's
Gator
plenty
hater.
of grievances at Florida State as we speak.
No. Sorry, I was looking at something online, and I thought we were still talking about Francois transferring. And I was going to say, if it's Francois, he would be a graduate transfer. If not, I do believe you should be able to cite terrible offensive line as a grievance for wanting to transfer.
Wow, you just keep wanting to dig into Florida State.
I mean, I hate him.
Okay.
But
all right.
so
how do you really feel?
There's a couple of things going on with the
why I
Justin
don't mess
Fields.
with
Is that
Chris.
who we're talking about?
That is who we're
Yeah.
talking about
Alright.
for
That's
the
what we're
last
talking about.
3.5
Sorry,
minutes.
I was
yes.
looking something up for the segment later
Okay,
on
get
today.
off of the
Of course.
inappropriate adult websites because it distracts you
It's
while
a
you're
morning
on the
show.
live
Come on.
radio show. Yeah.
Anyways,
Please
so
stop.
there has been
Inappropriate.
rumors spreading around that I guess some baseball player said something racist to him, and so he's going to use that as an idea to get out. I don't know if that's
Wow.
enough. I don't know if that's enough. I mean, I feel
That
like
might be
you just-
enough. That
you
might be
tell
enough.
the
in
Hostile
Georgia.
working environment. Yeah, that would
But they
work.
don't work together, so it's like
The
I don't know.
athletics
He's-
teams work very
he's in the
closely. They
school.
got to work out together. They've got same facilities.
I don't think they have the same facilities.
No, I'm just
I
saying
feel
they
like
might.
these two
Okay.
probably can avoid each other at if possible. But the one I'm kind of interested to see will happen is if he starts dropping some bombs on all those bagmen that Georgia may or may not have. That would be the one that would definitely get him an instant start somewhere else.
Oh, I'm glad you brought up Bagman. I have FSU secure the bag on set this morning at the studio. And, he's a bag man, so he can afford to put a little bit of money in there. He's got a nice, cute smile this morning, so he just wanted to say hi to you guys.
Whatever.
Hey, guys, it's
Okay,
me,
okay.
FSU bag.
So if Justin Fields were to even consider going to Ohio State, they have 2 blue chippers already there. One in Tate Martell, which is an excellent QB. He was an excellent QB in high school. He did some amazing things for his school over in Las Vegas, and Matthew Baldwin. So he'll still be in the same position he is now. I mean, you gotta earn your spot, and you go to those big schools who have 3 and 4, maybe even 5 5-star QBs. You got to work hard, man, no matter what. Jake Fromm is just a good QB. Justin Fields, I think, is an up-and-coming QB. What they should have did was redshirt him a year instead of trying to bring him straight into the freshman class like that, just to give him a little more time. So no matter where you go, brother, you're going to have to work, man. So I would sit back at Georgia and relax, man. Georgia's doing great things over there. So
my guess is he was promised the world, and he's taking it personal that he didn't get it.
Every 16-year-old kid trying to get recruited is promised the world.
Yeah, well,
what did he? I mean, but once again, that's when family, friends, and have to come into play and say, look, this guy started as a freshman. He took him to the SEC championship. He took him to the national championship. I get it. You're great, but you're gonna have to sit for a minute. You're going to have to sit.
Problem is, he's probably got family members that are saying the opposite. They're saying, you promised my son this, that, and the other. You said that he was better than Fromm. You said that you were going to give him, a Bugatti, and we still haven't seen that yet. So
you guys haven't seen QB1, but Justin Fields is one of the QBs on QB1.
I know.
And
you keep talking about it.
I'm telling you, it's a great show. His dad seemed down to earth, but I can also see his dad doing that exact same
dad or
thing.
Justin Fields' dad?
Justin Fields' dad.
Yeah.
His dad was actually the one to bring him back down to earth plenty of times during the season that they were recording him. Is like, son, you need to relax. You know what I'm saying? So I could see it going the opposite because he was the number one QB when he came out of high school. So I could see it going the opposite direction too. So, but somebody needs to tell him, no matter where you go, brother, you're gonna have to work or you're gonna have to sit, or both.
Yeah, I mean, Fromm doesn't even have that impressive of a numbers. Everybody says he's a good quarterback. I don't watch enough Georgia football to know. But, I mean, he threw for 2,600 yards last year and 2,500 yards this year. Now, I get it. Maybe that's just not their offense that they're running. They want that run first, pound the ball, and then set up the pass. But I don't know, man. I respect the kid's decision either way.
No, I'm cool with it, but I'm just saying he's not going to have an easy road no matter where he goes. And Jake Fromm is a way better person to sit behind than Martell over at Ohio State. Just saying. Fromm is a natural-born leader. I like the kid. I think we're going to see him play football for a very long time. I know his numbers don't seem exciting, but I guarantee you in the right system, he's gonna light some stuff up, man. I like Jake Fromm. Just saying.
We know you like Jake Fromm. You've liked him for a long time, man.
Ever since he watched whatever show he watched a few years ago.
So it
That's
was
been the love. Okay, so I have another question for you.
QBs, man. I'm just saying he was one of the ones that just stood out. Like he was
okay.
He was the one that was the man.
Okay, I've heard this story before. So I'm going to move on to another dynamic college quarterback that is now in the NFL, and that would be Taylor Heineke. Have you heard of him, Golden Ghost?
Yeah, but why are we talking about him?
You know why I'm talking about him. The era of Taylor Heineke is now beginning in Carolina. The Panthers are now officially moving forward with Taylor Heineke as the quarterback. Now, the question I have for you, we talked about this pretty good the other day, but why are they not starting Christian McCaffrey as their starting quarterback? It would make so much more sense. That offense would move so much better. He would be the best starting quarterback with Cam Newton being out with that injured shoulder. Come on. Why are we not taking advantage of the skill set that this young man has? He is by far the most electric player in all of the state of Carolina.
So Carolina's pulling a Wentz?
Yeah. Except Cam Newton is actually physically not good. He's good enough to go out there and show that he can get on the field, but when he throws the ball, his arm is like Peyton Manning noodle arm when Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl, and you're like, I don't even know if he could throw it. Except Cam Newton overthrows passes, underthrows passes, cannot hit a barn if he was trying to throw and hit something. And he is just bad. And now that the Panthers are pretty much out of the playoffs, it's time to move on. And Taylor Heineke, man, he gets his chance to be the next great Carolina Panther quarterback. Where's Derek Anderson when you need him, huh? Chris America, how you feeling about this, man? You ready to pack it in, huh?
No. I
Sounds
mean,
like he was
it's
crying
packed
over
in.
there.
It's packed in already. I mean, it's been packed
yeah,
in.
it's
But
good.
I'm trying to look up Taylor Heineke's recruiting profile. No stars given, no picture, no nothing for Taylor Heineke on
See,
his recruiting profile.
He wasn't a 5-star, and guess what? He's a starting quarterback in the NFL. Just put it out there. Sometimes we go head over heels for these 5 stars, and these guys don't even pan out. Just
Golden
saying.
Ghost
sorry, I
will,
gotta
Golden
say-
Ghost will
I
like
gotta
it. He's from Sewanee, Georgia.
Sewanee. Hey, I gotta say this. Why isn't Colin Kaepernick signed? I'm just like, seriously, man. Come on.
We said the same thing on what was it, Monday or Tuesday show, Loudbeard?
This is bad. This is just bad. This doesn't make sense.
No, we said it.
All right.
We said it yesterday after we found out that none other than Nathan Peterman was working out. Now he has since signed with the Oakland
yeah.
Raiders.
This is, I mean, I'm gonna say it. Get real serious on time. This is glaringly obvious. It just is. It's a bad look on the NFL, man.
I feel like Colin Kaepernick's lawyers will go into the courtroom and be like, "Why do you think your guy's being colluded against? Your Honor, I present Exhibit A, Nathan Peterman, and I rest my case. I rest my case, Your Honor."
That's all you like. It's just it's not even. Reed with the 7 drug tests, Colin Kaepernick, Nathan. Like it doesn't even. I feel we live in a nation that it's just so obvious that we're just like, nah, can't be that obvious. But yeah, this is just right here in our face, man. Like, it's madness. This is madness.
Your Honor, it was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
Was it unbelievable?
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. You understand?
You understand? That's my favorite part at the
understand?
end. You understand?
That honor needs to
You
understand.
You could continue on about Heineken.
I don't know that there's much more to talk about.
I
honestly.
Lincoln
But I do
I
like
think
that
we've hit it
if
up.
he lights the world on fire, I think Heineken should contact him, get him a sponsorship.
be
Let's do it.
Well, it's like when Nick Mullins
People-
came in to
do
start for
people
the
in North Carolina
49ers.
drink-
He had that one hot game, and everybody's like, oh, Nick Mullins, this guy's awesome.
Yeah.
And he kind of faded away. Although the 49ers have been good the last 2 games, just saying. Couple surprise upsets out there.
Do people in Carolina drink Heineken? I'm just saying.
Everybody
Carolina
drinks
drink-
Heineken.
Yeah,
Come on,
seriously,
man.
come on.
I'm pretty sure people in North Carolina doesn't drink Heineken. That sounds kind of biased, doesn't it? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, especially because
Yeah.
like North Carolina it's kind of like Florida. It depends on what area of the state you're in is what kind of crowd you're gonna get. Like if you go out to Asheville, North Carolina, you're gonna see nothing but a bunch of like drum lines and like hippies or not drum lines, but drum circles and hippies and
A lot of
stuff like that.
microbreweries out
Oh,
there
tons
in
of
Asheville.
microbreweries
I like
out there.
hippies.
Huge beer scene out there.
So they
I
might
like
not
hippies,
drink.
man.
They might not drink Heineken because they only drink the local stuff.
Yep, beer
Um,
snobs.
But if you get out to Charlotte, it's a cool town, man. You should go sometime if you
Yep.
haven't already.
I think
I
I've
like
already
Charlotte.
been to Charlotte.
Did you
well,
like
I
it?
think I've been to Charlotte.
If you
Okay.
think you've been
Yeah, it
to
was
Charlotte,
all right. I've
He
been to
doesn't even
Charlotte.
remember.
I think
He's
I've
like,
been
was
to
it
the North Pole.
He's like, was it Charlotte or Charleston?
Hell,
Same
was it
city.
both of them? Was it?
Wow.
Was it Buffalo?
I think it was
Who won the Buffalo?
I don't know,
next
Sacramento. So moving on, have you ever been to Indianapolis, Golden Ghost?
year? I drove through it. Really.
Okay,
really
all
fast.
right. Well, I'm glad you brought it. That drove real fast through it. Okay, I hope you got a ticket.
Yeah.
Darius
that city
Leonard.
should look dirty. Just saying.
Darius Leonard, the dynamic rookie linebacker who is leading the league in tackles, was left off and snubbed on the Pro Bowl roster. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but he comes out and he talks to his teammate Eric Ebron. He says, who Eric Ebron made the Pro Bowl roster. He says, "Man, I'm going to come out to this New York Giants offense." He's like, I'm looking to get 40 tackles to show everybody what they're missing out on. And this guy is taking this Pro Bowl snub to the next level, and he wants to come out and totally prove how wrong everybody was in this voting. And this guy has been probably one of the top linebackers, or not probably, he has been one of the top linebackers in all of the NFL all season long, and getting snubbed proves that it was a popularity contest. But I love I'm going to come out and get 40 tackles just to prove to everybody that I am worthy. You think that's the right attitude to have when you get snubbed, gentlemen?
Yes.
Absolutely. You know what, though? I'm just going to put it out there. With the Pro Bowl and defensive and offensive linemen, I feel like there's so many of them that any one of them can get snubbed, every season. It's just a lot of them, man. It's not like the starter and running back on the team. I mean, you rotate defensive lines for each situation all the time.
Linebackers usually play most downs, if not all downs. Usually,
no, because you put in different linebackers for different packages too. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the NFL when I got 10, 12 linebackers on the team, So I don't know.
I don't know. When you're the captain and you were the main linebacker, like a guy like London Fletcher, who had the most consecutive snaps record in the NFL, was a linebacker. He led his team. He never wanted to leave the field. There's a lot of guys out there in the linebacking core that they're the captain of that defense, and they want to be in on every play. And if they're that good, you keep them in on every play. So I see what you're saying. If you're the second and third string linebacker, or if you're the maybe kind of that middle of the road linebacker, and you like to get rest in there and rotate in different packages, yeah, absolutely. But when you are that good and you are the main guy and you're the captain, you're in there on every play, and that's
you're the
just
quarterback of the
man.
defense.
Absolutely.
I want to know how many snaps has he played every snap on defense or close to it?
Do you think I know all of his details and stats just like that?
You usually do. You're the stat man.
Do you know what small town of West Wyoming was he born in? Do you know his uncle's favorite pizza restaurant in New York?
I was gonna say something real bad when you said Wyoming. I'm sorry.
Why do you not like Wyoming? Are you
hating
like
on,
people from
North Carolina, hating on Wyoming? What's going on here?
I love barbecue in North Carolina. Wyoming, I've never been, so it is what it is. But I don't know.
You've never had Wyoming barbecue?
I think Wyoming's known for barbecue, bro.
It's the best kept secret in the world.
I like the alarm going off in the background. It's like a nice, subtle, background music.
Is it? Oh, hold on a minute.
I thought I heard something too, but I wasn't sure what it was.
I just could hear it, and I was like, let me not say anything. I'm going to say something.
We're going through the entire morning of the Golden Ghost, except for we're doing it backwards. We start off with a shower. I think he, ate breakfast in there somewhere, and now his alarm's going off.
This is live, folks. When you're listening into the Scout Team, you're listening to Scout Team Sports. It is live. Anything can happen. You never know.
Yeah. I was going to suggest with these Pro Bowl snubs, I think if you're a statistical category leader, you should automatically be in the Pro Bowl. I think if you lead the league in tackles, automatic Pro Bowl. If you lead the league in passing, automatic Pro Bowl. Let's not leave it up to just voting and fans and player votes and whatever else they rely on. Just for statistical category leaders, unless it's like you lead interceptions, then no, you don't get to be in the Pro Bowl. But I think there should be automatic qualifiers here. You want the leading passer, you want the leading rusher, you want the leading tackler, you want the leading interception guy. You want all those guys in the Pro Bowl, do you not?
You do. And just as a side note, Darius Leonard was actually born in South Carolina.
Oh.
He knows a little bit about barbecue. He was not born in Wyoming. My guess is wrong. Yep. He loves it. Loves the Carolinas. He went to South Carolina State. drafted in
Wait,
2018
hold on.
by
You
the
mean
Colts.
you didn't mean he didn't play for the SEC?
Nope, he did not
Liar.
play for the.
That is
Wow.
preposterous. Anyways,
Yeah.
Ah,
Let
it's
it
crazy,
ride,
isn't
man.
it?
Let it ride.
so you like that suggestion, Loudbeard?
I love it. I mean,
Good suggestion.
you would have to probably pick which statistical categories because there's some weird statistics
No,
out there.
so
but
like you make the ones that everybody like that matters to football: tackling, intercepting, receiving
Sacks.
yards, rushing yards, sacks, those kind of leaders. Like I said, you're not going to have, the most interceptions, the most fumbles. Like those aren't going to be or the best QBR rating. Like who cares? Like no, let's make it most passing yards, most rushing yards, maybe even throw in most passing touchdowns. Just
I'm
those
gonna-
guys automatically qualify.
I'm going to give you this guy's stats just so you hear it. And this is all through week 15. So he's got 2 more weeks to earn more stats, and he was out hurt 1 week. So he's really only played 14 weeks. 146 total tackles, 7 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 1 interception as a linebacker through week 15. I mean, this guy is an absolute beast. And everywhere that I've read, everywhere I've interacted with people on social media, he is the number 1 snub out of everybody not getting selected to the Pro Bowl. Everybody's sitting there saying, why did this guy not get a chance? He's just not a huge name. Being a second-round draft pick, going to Indianapolis, which isn't a huge market for the NFL, he kind of got lost in the shuffle. People do not realize because he's not on the Dallas Cowboys or not on the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Patriots, these big headline teams. They don't realize how good this guy is. So when voting came down to it, he got, passed up by some other bigger names because it is more of a popularity contest. But you're right. There's on the statistical categories, if you're leading in total tackles as a linebacker, you should be in the Pro Bowl. That should be like an automatic bid, just like they do in college football.
I agree, man. That's if you're
I-
leading the league in tackles, you belong in the Pro Bowl. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like why is it even a debate?
It's just something. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Let it ride.
All right, I'm going to get ahead of this because I know the Golden Ghost is going to ask me some obscure questions about him and his personal life. So just so you know, according to Wikipedia, on November 11th, 2017, Darius Leonard proposed to his girlfriend. So just in case you ask me about it, I wanted to get ahead of it, Golden Ghost. What other obscure information can I come up with here? Let's see.
Obscure
that's it.
information. What are
Yeah.
we talking about?
Yeah.
What?
Let's see. He attended the scouting combine, so he was at the combine.
I have here
Look,
that
listen,
says on
listen.
December 17th, 2015, he had a prime rib at his favorite restaurant.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, and the NFL analyst Mel Kiper Jr. has ranked him the 7th best outside linebacker, according to DraftScout.com. He also mentions that he does not put ketchup on his steaks.
Ketchup is ketchup.
Ooh, okay. No, it's not.
He also prefers Heinz over Hunt's.
There we go. But
done.
still, he's pinning ketchup
He's
on
still a
steak,
good guy.
though.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but he's pinning on steak. So, maybe he's an anti-hero. I don't know. I'm gonna say this, man. Look, he's leading in tackles and everything, but we've seen linebackers lead in tackles and not be that good. I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just saying that we just can't throw. I mean, it is, I guess, a popularity contest, but it should be more. I get that. It should be more. Hey, what's your stats? How's your team feel about you? All that good stuff. I guess I don't know. It's the Pro Bowl. I don't even watch the Pro Bowl, man, to be honest with you. So
I feel like you're just digging yourself into a hole. Just
I haven't
digging,
watched the
keep
Pro
digging.
Bowl in years. You guys watched the Pro Bowl?
I went to the Pro Bowl last year or the year before. One of the
Yeah,
two.
it was in Orlando. Yeah, for the
Yeah.
last 2 years. You're gonna go
Not
back?
that I really enjoy the game itself is pretty boring, but it was
It's
cool seeing all the
garbage.
players and all the festivities going around with the Pro Bowl. It's just kind of a cool live experience. But yeah, I have
Yeah.
trouble watching it from time to time. It can be a little rough to
I sleep.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
I hate when people try to come up with ways to change it up and do it. It's like you can't do nothing. It is what it
Yeah,
is.
it's the problem.
Yeah,
You
it
either
is.
you either enjoy it or you don't enjoy it. Let's just leave it alone and move on with life. But guys, since we're talking about Pro Bowl, I want to talk about Hall of Fame on the other side of the break. And Taylor Heineke is going to start his Hall of Fame career this weekend. But I want to ask about some other guys who have been around a little bit longer.
Heineke.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. "12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst."
Scout Team listeners and friends of the show, I've got something special for you. It looks like 12-ounce sports radio has done it again. We have partnered with Rally House. You just go to the website 12ozsportsradio.com. Click on the banner on the right side of the page, and it will take you directly to Rally House. Rally House has some of the greatest, most unique sports items for that diehard fan, casual fan, and anybody and everybody out there that is special in your life. So go ahead and check it out. Once again, go to that website, 12ozsportsradio.com. Click on the banner to the right of the page, and you will get taken to the best sports merchandise website on all of the interweb.
Ring Central features all-in-one phone, messaging, and video conferencing. It's easy to use with unparalleled security. Ring Central simplifies things so you can grow. Call Ring Central to speak with a representative about a price for your growing business at 877-779-3860. Again, that's 877-779-3860.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Patriot, Chris America, and I want you to listen every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and on replays from 11 a.m. to noon of Scout Team Sports. Listen, George Washington did not cross over the ocean blue in 1492 to defeat the Nazis, so you can listen to the same tired national clickbait sports stories. So once again, tune in to us every single morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and then we replay from 11 to noon. I will see you there, and God bless America.
Yeah, welcome back. We are this Scout Team, bringing you Scout Team Sports on this beautiful Thursday morning. You can listen to us each and every weekday, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. live on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. Our replay comes back on at 11. If you don't catch the early show, you can always catch the 11 o'clock replay. It is just as fantastic because it's the exact same show coming back on at 11 on 12ouncesportsradio.com. Also, if you want to catch some of the old episodes, or if you can't catch us at 6 or 11, the podcast gets dropped daily. Make sure you check it out at Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or anywhere you can find a podcast, including our website, scoutteamradio.com. And lastly, we do like to get social. I want to make sure you know this. You can tweet at us at Scout Team Radio, and we'll read your tweets on the air. We like the live tweeting, so if you're up at 6 a.m., if you're up at 6:30 a.m., if you're up at 6:45 a.m., make sure you tweet at us at Scout Team Radio. We will read your tweets on the air. Oh, man. Gentlemen.
Snapchat us, too. They can Snapchat us, too. Come on, man. Don't forget
Yeah, you can
Snapchat.
Snapchat us. Yep. Haven't looked at that in a while. I've realized that I'm too old to be on Snapchat. So
Just so you know, I'd like to welcome our newest follower, Ginger Smith Schuster.
Nice.
Ginger,
nice.
welcome. What's up?
His ad is fight me P-word.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, a
Fight
follower's
me.
a follower, man. Let
At
it
fight
ride.
me P-word. Ginger Smith Schuster, white receiver, fantasy football goat.
Hey.
Hey.
I like it.
And his banner is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
All right. Well, it's good that the listeners and the fans are getting involved and liking us and following us on Twitter. We're also on Instagram and Facebook at Scout Team Radio. And Ginger Juju Smith Schuster, whatever.
.com.
Welcome
As
aboard.
always, folks. Follow.
What was that? Uh-oh, did I lose you guys?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. Is
All right.
Golden Ghost there? He must have disappeared, and then he hit the play button, but we're
Yes.
good now, right?
I think we're all right. It looks like we're still live. We're still loud.
This is what happens when you start talking about gingers, man. Evil stuff happens to you.
Always, man. Yeah, he hit the play button. Stick and Rink is queued up to play or finish up their show. We cut right in. We didn't care. That's how we roll. I do hope that we are live and we're not just talking into an abyss. I may even double check on TuneIn.
I think
because
we're live. We look live.
Okay, good.
I can hear you and you can hear me, so that means we're live.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
We're good. You know the band live, I like them. They were one of my they were
Lightning
one of my
crashes.
they were in my CD case.
But you guys don't care about me. Like, I went dark. Nobody cared. You guys are clowns, man.
What did you do? You hit play?
I didn't do anything.
No, you
oh,
did
come
something.
on. You did
No,
something.
it went dark, and then I exited out and came back.
Oh, at Memphis Spence just
ghost.
tweeted at us, a good friend and listener of the show. And after we said, make sure you tweet at us, he said, hey, guys, you're live. Don't worry. You're good.
Hey, Memphis, what's
Hey,
up, bro?
hey, you're on a live show. Anything can happen. You never
Wait, hold
know.
on. Hey, Memphis Spence, your as in apostrophe RE.
Oh, did you just what? I can't believe you
don't
I
be
just Nazi
correcting
grammar
Memphis,
her on
bro.
the live air.
Oh, God.
Dude, don't be correcting Memphis, bro.
No, I
What's
love
wrong
Memphis
with
Spence.
you,
I love
man?
giving him a hard time.
Oh, man.
God.
You're
That-
done.
if you wanna make Miss
Hey, Memphis
America
Spence,
mad, though,
Chris America's dead to me after he did that. He's
Yeah.
dead to me. I'm
if
just
you want to
saying.
make Miss America mad, though,
Shit,
you
man.
text her your instead of your.
Oh, she's got you. She's trying to train you. You getting
Oh,
trained.
she is. She's
Chris
grooming
America.
me. She's grooming like
Oh,
any
look at
good
that.
woman does. She grooms her
You
man
need
well.
to be groomed.
Oh yeah, you're like a Shih Tzu. Just needs a good grooming, and they're good looking dogs.
Yes.
Just like you're getting groomed. I like it. All right, thank
All
you
right.
for listening in, Memphis Spence. Chris America, go ahead, man. You're all about the movie Fame.
Yes. Never seen it, but I got a list of guys here who are either already retired or are on the brink of retirement, and I want to know if they're Hall of Fame or not enough game. Are you guys ready for this?
Who?
Absolutely, let's bring it.
All right, I'll start off with Loudbeard's favorite quarterback for at least another 5 minutes until he's no longer on the Redskins. But I want to start off with Alex Smith. Is Alex Smith a Hall of Fame or there's just not enough game there?
I'm going to go ahead and pipe in on this one. He does not have enough game to be in the Hall of Fame. I hate saying that because he is a good quarterback, but good does not mean fame. Even being borderline a great quarterback does not mean fame. You need to be a top quarterback, and you need to run the league. And Alex Smith, unfortunately, you do not have enough game.
Ooh. I'm gonna say that Alex Smith came in with high expectations and he hasn't lived up to them. Not really. I mean, he's had some unfortunate things happen to him, but you still got to battle through those. So, yeah, not Hall of Fame, man.
You mean like getting benched for Colin Kaepernick?
That, a couple other things, but yeah.
I mean, the broken leg thing's towards the end of his career, so he had plenty of time to prove otherwise.
He had an injury. He had injuries up in San Fran, though, too. He did have injuries.
Yeah, a few
up there.
here and there.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean,
so
that is why Colin Kaepernick got the start to begin with, is because he had the injury and then he never gave it back up. I think it was also just because Alex Smith was really outside of Aaron Rodgers, was the only quarterback in that draft. So it was he was destined to be the number 1 overall pick. I don't think he would have been the number 1 overall pick in any other year of the NFL draft. But we'll move on to the next quarterback. Your favorite guy, Loudbeard. And I don't know how Golden Ghost feels about him, so we'll start off with Golden Ghost since we already know Loudbeard's take on it. Mr. 1, Phillip Rivers. Is he Hall of Fame or not enough game?
You got this one first, Loudbeard?
No, I said
he asked you to go first.
Yeah.
Oh, me?
Thanks for paying attention.
I like Phillip. I really like Phillip. Out of all the QBs, he's always around. Like, you can't get rid of him no matter what. Like, he's on a good team, he's on a sorry team. He's still relevant. He's still the captain of that team. Man, you know what? For the sake of just having 9 kids, I'm going to say yes. Yeah, Hall of Fame. He's got it. Let's give it to him.
All right, well, that's a good take. I like it. Because he has a lot of kids, he deserves being in the Hall of Fame.
Do it for the
Great.
Yeah,
That's a hot
yeah.
take this morning on Scout Team Sports. Really loving that. So I'm gonna agree with you, but on completely other reasons why. And my reason is that I know his story is not quite done being written. He is not done showing the world what he's capable of. I think
He's 40.
He is not 40.
He's up there.
He's not 40. He's
This
probably
is one of those ones where he's like, Eric Reed is like
35 or
75, and he's like 27.
Yeah, no. He came into the league in 2004 in that same draft
37 years
class
old.
as Ben Roethlisberger and Eli Manning, which was, 4 years after Brady. So Brady's 40. He's, 36? Is that what you said?
He's 37. I always
37?
thought Phillip Rivers he always seems older, doesn't he? There's
I mean,
something about him.
Eli and Ben all came in together. They were that 04 class, so they're all the same age.
Oh,
Same age.
Then I gotta
Same
take
time.
it back. I gotta take it back. Out of those out of that quarterback class, he's kind of the least achieved. Like Eli's 1-2, Roethlisberger's 1-2.
But he has more
That's
kids.
totally a different argument, though, because
But he
does
has
more
that mean
kids,
that you
though.
win because you won a Super Bowl?
No, that's not why. I'm just saying he's the least accomplished out of them, though. Like you got to grade him on something, right?
He's really backing down on this kid's take.
Yeah, I like that he has 9 kids. That man's a stud. But no, man, I got to take it back. He's the least accomplished out of that whole group. Sorry, no Hall of Fame.
Okay, so I'll get back to my take while you sit there
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
trash
I
on
interrupted
Phillip
you?
Rivers because
Sorry.
you're a hater. So Phillip Rivers, when you look at his career total, the embodiment of what he has done as a quarterback, I do believe he's a Hall of Fame worthy quarterback. First ballot, and absolutely not. But I do think he gets in. But I don't think his story is done being written. I would like to see him cap it off with a Super Bowl at some point in the next 2 to 3 years before he retires. Now, will that happen? I don't know. I mean, I can't predict the future. I don't have a crystal ball. But the way he's been playing this year, it looks like he's got that determination to finish his career off the right way. And I think if he does that, he would cement himself as being a surefire Hall of Famer. But even if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, this guy has been a great professional, and I think he makes it into the Hall of Fame. And that is me. I say he has got the fame, and he's got the game. Go for it, Phil Rivers.
So here's something crazy. I mentioned that Eli, Ben, and Phillip were all 04 classes.
Yes.
They are in order in the passing yard leader, like the all-time passing yard leaders. It's 6 Ben Roethlisberger, 7 Eli Manning, and 8 Phillip Rivers. How insane is that? We will never see a quarterback class that close in, I guess, career play ever again, I don't think. I don't think you'll ever see a class of quarterbacks where they're grouped up in the all-time passing leader list like that.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty amazing just to see that
Now,
and how close they are.
You ready for your mind to be blown again?
Yes.
If Eli Manning plays 2 more seasons and throws for 3,000 yards each season, he will pass Dan Marino on the all-time passing leader list.
Mind blown. Just a different era,
That's
man.
crazy.
Different era.
Yeah.
He's only 6,000 yards behind Dan Marino right now. But all right, my next quarterback is y'all's favorite quarterback. One, Mr. Tony Romo. Hall of Fame or not enough game?
Not enough game.
Yeah, not enough game.
No, you always stealing my answers, man. Trying to be me.
No.
First,
I thought
you're
you were
longer
feeling
beard's nemesis. You're trying to be me. I see how it is
I'm
on
longer
Twitter.
beard.
You're longer beard. Yeah, you're trying to. You're like, loud beard. That sounds cool. I'm gonna be longer beard. You just want to be like me. That's all it is. You have career aspirations to just be like Loudbeard. Good luck with that.
And
I'm
I
wishing
am
you the
your
best.
host, Longer Beard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I
Today
have
on
ever
Scout
met.
Team Radio. Welcome. You guys are crazy.
And all of that is true.
Yeah.
And all of that is true.
All right, I got two more guys. Go ahead.
All right, let's do it.
Are you done? Surprisingly, Tony Romo is not even in the top 20 all-time passing leader list. I thought he would have been in there somewhere, but not there. Kerry Collins is there, and Vinny Testaverde is there, but not Tony Romo. All right, this guy, he seems like he should be the Black Captain America instead of Adrian Peterson. I feel like he's been in the league for 50 years. None other than University of Miami grad, Frank Gore. Hall of Fame or not enough game?
100% Hall of Fame. 100%. This dude deserves being in the Hall of Fame. He's had the longevity, the success. He's overcome adversity. He is, to me, what embodies being in the Hall of Fame. I would put Frank Gore in absolutely 100%.
Oh man, this is a rough one.
Yeah, you love those Miami players. The U.
I'm gonna say this is one that hasn't lived up to his potential. Also, man. Frank Gore.
What?
I think he should be better. I'm just thinking that he should have been better. When he was in college, he was supposed to be the one. You know, like trying to figure out who is he supposed to be. He was supposed to be like when you think of names like top running backs. You think of Emmitt Smith, you think of Barry Sanders. You think of names like that.
Would you even think of Walter Payton?
Yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, the three guys you just named are the only three guys who have rushed for more yards in the NFL than Frank Gore. Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, and Barry Sanders are the only three guys to rush for more yards than Frank Gore.
Hey, he underachieved big time. You're right.
No,
big
I
time.
just feel like
failure.
he's just been like. Of course, he makes it to the Hall of Fame, but watching him in college, I thought he could be more. He should have been. I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just weird. I got a feeling, and the feeling says that Frank Gore should be better than what he is. Hell, we all thought he would surpass those guys.
No,
I mean, he still has talent.
No, nobody thought. Like, I don't think anybody thinks anybody's going to surpass Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, or Emmitt Smith. That's just not going to happen.
Was the man. Walter Payton was the man.
Like, I feel like out of all of the records, I feel like Emmitt Smith's all-time rushing yards record will be solidified forever.
Nah, somebody will break it. So,
the NFL just doesn't work that way anymore. Maybe Adrian Peterson could have if he didn't, get suspended a year or lose a year with injuries and stuff like that. But, I mean, there's no telling. He's still 5,000 yards away from Emmitt Smith's rushing yards, though. He'd have to have 5 seasons of 1,000 yards to catch Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, Emmitt Smith's record is very impressive. Very impressive.
All right, so I'm gonna give Frank Gore the Hall of Fame, but I'm still gonna say that I always wanted more from him. I'm just saying. He's
all right. Who's your last one on this list? I don't want to hear him talk bad about my Frank Gore anymore. I'm tired of it.
I do love that you
crying in my
jumped
Cheerios
right in there,
over
man.
here.
You, as soon as I said Frank Gore, you were like Hall of Fame. I loved it, man.
Yeah,
I loved the enthusiasm.
Hall of Fame.
He's
I'm in.
always like that. He's always like that.
All right, so University of Miami, I'm going to stick with them because they were NFLU for the longest time. They were also tight end U for the longest time. So I feel like the best tight end to ever come out of UM was one only than Mr. Greg Olson. Hall of Fame or not enough game?
Greg Olson?
Yes.
You know what? At first, my gut is like, no, I don't know if he did it. But now that I think about it and what he has done in his career as a tight end, I think he could make it in. It's not going to be first ballot, but by any means. But I think when you look at his total career achievement, he's a guy that could sneak in, and I would say he's a Hall of Fame worthy guy. Yes, absolutely.
As a tight end, Greg Olson. I'm gonna say yeah too. Yeah, Greg Olson. Yeah, he gets in.
I think he'll
Still
be
wonder-
one of those
I mean-
like second or third time
Yeah.
around guys.
Yeah,
Because
he's not gonna get in the first time.
the problem with Olsen is I feel like he kind of came right before the big numbered tight ends. Like tight ends are really starting to get used now, more so than they have in the longest time. Like I feel like Gronk kind of set the new standard for tight ends, and now you're seeing all of these tight ends all over the league starting to put up
What you
yards
mean,
like
missing
Kelsey,
tackles?
Kelsey
No, I
and
think
Ertz.
Tony Gonzalez said it.
Yeah,
for
you're
tight
right.
ends.
You're right.
I would give it to
Yeah,
Tony
yeah,
Gonzalez. Then you had
yeah.
Antonio Gates come in,
That's
and now
true.
you're seeing
That's
those
true.
guys copy that, where these are these big,
You're right, you're
athletic, former basketball player types that come out and make a big deal. I think Tony Gonzalez, and he's a Hall of Famer, and there's guys like that, like a Greg Olson, like a Travis Kelce, like these big-time guys. Now you're seeing like Zach Ertz and Eric Ebron and a lot of different tight ends. Not that those guys are potential Hall of Famers yet, but Greg Olson, he has been good for a lot of years, and if you look at him and he continues where he's going, I would say he's going to sneak into the Hall of Fame, and it'll be good. It'll be
Yeah,
well
I
deserved.
think he gets in. Yeah. I will say this though, and don't. I just had like a fleeting thought. I'm not being a snub or anything, but if Aaron Hernandez would have kept his head on straight, he would have been part of that group.
He would have been.
just outside the box.
I think eventually he
he
would
was a
have.
phenomenal talent.
He was. And honestly, when they drafted Gronk first, I was like, "Who's this guy from Maryland getting
Yeah, who's
drafted
Gronk?
over
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez?" Like, don't they know who Aaron Hernandez is? And apparently, they did know who Aaron Hernandez was, so that's why they drafted him a
Yeah.
little bit later.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Man, it's too early in the morning to be
sucks.
talking about Aaron Hernandez. Let's move on.
I'm sorry.
No more.
It was a fleeting thought. I was just thinking about those prototype tight ends that can block and can run 50
I mean, he
yards
was
down
a
the field
super
and catch the
talented
ball.
guy. We're talking
Yeah.
just football here. I'm not getting into all the other
Yeah,
stuff. but
just
talented guy.
athleticism. He was very athletic.
No, he was very good.
physical. Yeah,
All
he
right,
was-
guys, well,
he was a Gronk.
I hated him. I hated
we got
him in
3
Florida
minutes
State.
left, and I wanted to
All right,
talk
let's
some
go.
NBA today, and I completely just ran out of time, so I'm going to
Sorry,
throw it
bud,
in.
that was my
3-minute warning. NBA, so Rockets, huge win last night, 136-118 over the Wizards. They set the NBA record with 26 made three-pointers off of 55 attempts. It seems like this record gets broken every year because the threes are the real deal here in the NBA, but the Rockets are back, my friends. Just be prepared. The Thunder continue their hot streak. Russ with the triple-double last night. Paul George gets 43 points, and they roll 132-113 over the Sacramento Kings. Our Toronto Raptors beat the Indiana Pacers 99-96 after a late rally off of a 17-point deficit. 2 more games here. I'm almost done. The last place Suns get a big win over that Kyrie Irving-led Boston Celtics, 111-103. The young stars DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker show up big for the Suns on that big win. Celtics are not that good. Sorry, gentlemen. Utah beats Golden State. Utah leads with their defense. Rudy Gobert, 4 blocks in addition to his 17 points and 15 rebounds, leads the Utah Jazz past Golden State. Big night in the NBA last night. A lot of fun games, a lot of action. And that was my NBA recap for the week.
Awesome for the week.
Nice.
Gotcha.
I love it.
Hey, well, we just had a tweet come in, guys. At Memphis Spence. By the way, Frank Gore is not a Hall of Famer.
Wow.
Hey, I told you, man. Look, man. I'm just saying he needed to do more. I'm just saying we were expecting Frank Gore to do more. That's all I'm saying.
5 years from now, we'll have another conversation about this.
We will.
Yeah, because that's when the Hall of Fame starts picking.
Now,
NFL
what's
players
crazy
5 years
is
from now.
I did mention that Frank Gore was number 4 on the all-time rushing leader list. However, he is not in the top 20 for rushing touchdowns.
I'm telling you, man. It's just something about him, dude.
But surprisingly enough, Barry Sanders, number 3 on the all-time rushing leader list, only number
Is
10
not
on
in
the
there,
touchdown
too.
list. No, he's number 10.
All right, cool. All right. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But like I said, when you think of great running backs over the last 20, 25 years, you think of those names. You don't think of Frank Gore.
No, you don't. He's
You
had a
just
quiet career.
Very quiet. Yeah.
And some of that has to be because he's just been on bad teams most of his career.
That's true, too. I'll give you that.
I think the best team he was on was that 49ers team, right? That went to the Super Bowl.
Probably. Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
probably the best team. Yep.
Other than that, I
I'm
think
still
he's just
giving him
been
Hall of
kinda-
Fame. Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
Well,
He
we're
sneaks
gonna
in.
have to we're gonna have to get back to doing it tomorrow, fellas. We are all out of time. Maybe we lead off with the NBA tomorrow, but also we'll be covering. We'll be getting a full-on game analysis from Golden Ghost between Marshall and USF tonight.
You will?
Yeah, you're a big-time USF fan.
Who's watching that? I like the team, but you want me to watch that?
Yeah, Marshall versus USF.
We are Marshall.